And I want, if you follow me in the outline, you'll see this for a moment. It leads now to what I call the path of disaffection. And I want you to get this. Man, I tell you, if I was speaking to my daughter, Megan, right now, Megan, listen, what can happen is a reasonable response to an unreasonable situation. Watch what starts taking place. When you get into a relationship where you don't feel loved, when you don't feel safe, secure, significant in that relationship anymore, honey, here's what's going to happen. You're going to begin to distance yourself from the relationship. I had a guy tell me in a counseling session, he said, Tim, if somebody punches you in the stomach, what are you going to do? Well, I'm moving to protect myself. Wouldn't you? Somebody gives you a shot, next time he comes around and he flinches, yeah, you're going to jump. Why? Because you've been hurt or violated by him. It's a natural response, a reasonable response to an unreasonable situation. I'm going to move away. Now watch this. If I don't feel safe, secure, or significant in my relationship, I'll begin to distance myself from my partner. I don't want to get hurt again. I'm tired of it. That distancing process, it's interesting, becomes sort of characterized by what we call negative communication patterns. You can make this. You can make the connections here. Watch this. When I don't feel safe, secure, or significant, I begin to distance myself. And then there's negative communication patterns that start surfacing in the relationship. Dr. John Gottman is a researcher, a marital research expert out of the University of Washington in Seattle. I think he's still there. Gottman says that what you'll start doing is to recover the relationship that's starting to distance itself, where you don't feel valued anymore. You'll start negatively interacting. In other words, you'll start criticizing your spouse. You never, you always. Why don't you do this? You never show me that you love me. And what's wild is, if criticism doesn't make it work, the next phase, and it's a downward spiral that Gottman starts talking about. You start getting contemptuous. You start saying things with the intention to hurt. You start getting defensive. Even when somebody wants to love you, you start holding them back, okay? And challenging them. And then eventually you get to a place, what I call the red zone, where you're not going to let anybody in. You know what? No way. I may be married to you, but I'll never let you. I will never let you inside of me again. I'll never let you get inside of my heart and my mind. I tell you, it's a tough place to be, because here's what's interesting. The negative communication, this is a really important insight. When people start fighting like that, I want you to hear me right here. When people start fighting like that, it isn't that they are trying to hurt the other person. It's not it at all. They're actually trying to get the other person to love them. Show me a home, show me a marriage where there's a bunch of fighting and stuff going on, and I'll show you two people who are very disconnected, who are desperately trying to get the affection from their spouse that they want, that by the way they deserve. It's painful to be in a relationship and to go unrecognized in it. It's painful to be a part of something and to go unloved in it. I think you're catching the flow here.